Hello and welcome back, dear kids. In this video, we are going to discuss an interesting poem that is A Was an Ant, written by Edward Lear. Let's begin. Okay, so A was an ant who seldom stood still and who made a nice house in the side of a hill, a nice little ant. So, the name given to an ant is A, who seldom stood still means she rarely stopped working. Ants are considered as the most hardworking creatures on earth, right? And she made a nice little house in the side of a hill. A hill is a naturally raised area of land which is not as high as a mountain. Okay? Moving on. B was a book with a binding of glue and pictures and stories for me and for you. Nice little book. Here, name given to the book is B, which has a nice blue colored binding with lots of pictures and stories for everyone. Okay. C was a cat who ran after a rat, but his courage did fail when she seized on his tail. Crafty old cat. Name of the cat is C, who ran after a rat. Rat was very courageous or brave until the cat seized his tail. Seized means caught hold of something. So when cat hold the mouse's tail, all his bravery or courage went in vain. Crafty old cat. Crafty means clever. Moving on. D was a duck with spots on her back, who lived in the water and always said quack. Dear little duck. Name given to the duck is D, who has spots on her back. She lived in water and always said quack. Sound produced by a duck is quack. Dear little duck. Okay, moving on. E was an elephant, stately and wise. He had tusks and a trunk, and two queer little eyes. Oh, what funny small eyes! Name of an elephant is E, who is described as stately and wise. Stately means very large, huge, and wise means sensible, someone who has experience, knowledge, and good judgment. Moreover, he had tusks and a trunk. Tusks refers to long pointed teeth of an elephant. Also, he had two queer little eyes. Queer means strange, something which is surprising or difficult to understand or explain. Oh, what funny little eyes. His eyes are described funny because as he is too large, but his eyes are very small in comparison to his eyes. Alright, hope you enjoyed the poem, kids. Now, moving on to its back exercise. In part A, you have to tick the correct answers. First one is, the ant made a nice house. Which is the correct option? In the side of a hill or on the top of a hill? The correct one is in the side of a hill. Then, the book had only stories or both pictures and stories. B1 is correct. Then, the cat ran after a bat or rat. B1. The cat ran after a rat. Okay, moving on to part B. Here, you have to write two describing words from the poem for these given animals. Okay, so let me tell you, describing words are those words that tell you more about a person, place, animal or thing. So first animal we have is ant. In the poem, ant is described as nice and little. Then second one is cat. Cat was described as crafty and old. Then elephant was described as wise and stately. Moving on, in part C, you have to match the rhyming words. First one is hill. Its rhyming word is still. Then book, look, duck, luck, blue. Blue will be matched with you. Okay. Moving ahead towards the notebook work. Firstly, you have word meanings. First one is seldom. It means almost never or rarely. Second one is seized on. It means caught hold of something. Then crafty. Crafty means clever. Then stately means very large. And queer means strange. Then we have frame sentence. Children, you may frame any sentence of your choice, or you may go with any of these sentences as well. First one is seldom. Sentences can be my dog seldom bites, or my mother seldom gets angry. Second one is seized on. Its sentence can be the cat seized on the mouse's tail. Then third one is crafty. He was a crafty old fox. Or Ria's mind is full of crafty ideas. Then fourth one is stately. The building is tall and stately. Or elephants are stately and wise. Then last one is queer. What a queer story. Or you may write, his behavior is queer. Fine. Now moving on to its RTC. Read the given lines and answer the questions. Lines given to you is, he had tusks and a trunk and two queer little eyes. First question on these lines we have is, who had tusks and a trunk? So, an elephant had tusks and a trunk. Alright. Second one is, what do you mean by the word tusks? So, tusks are the long, pointed teeth of an elephant. This we have already discussed. Then the last question we have is, name the poet. So, the name of the poet is Edward Lear. Fine. That's all about this video, kids. Hope you liked the video and enjoyed it. Thank you.